Okay, again, good morning to each and everyone, no? Especially to our dear parents and students who are actually listening or watching this orientation. Ako po ay taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat, no? Sa inyong pagdalo, sa inyong presensya na virtually sa araw na ito para sa ating parents orientation. Ang inyong presensya ay patunay sa inyong malasakit, no? At dedikasyon sa edukasyon ng inyong mga anak na aming mga mag-aaral. Sa susunod na mga araw, buwan at taon, tayo po ay magsisimula ng isang kabuluhang paglalakbay kasama ang ating mga anak, ang ating mga mag-aaral, at ito ay isang yugto ng kanilang buhay na puno ng pagkatuto, pag-unlad, at mga bagong karanasan. Ang inyong mga papel ay tunay na mahalaga sa kanilang tagumpay. Sa orientation na ito, ibahagi namin sa inyo kasama ang aming mga masisipag na guro at mga opisyalis dito sa Lyceum o Balabang Senior High School ang mga mahalagang impormasyon tungkol sa aming paaralan, mga polisiya, mga regulasyon, sa mga programa at gawain ng ating senior high school. At kung paano natin mas mapanatili ang isang produktibong partnership para sa kanilang edukasyon. So kung mayroon po tayong katanungan, suggestion, yan po ay welcome para sa amin. No? Nais namin yan ay maging kasangkapan upang mapaganda ang aming mga serbisyo para sa paghubog ng ating mga kabataan. Naway maging bukas kayo sa mga kaalaman at karanasan na aming ibabahagi sa inyo ngayong araw sa pamagitan ng pagkakaroon ng malalim na pag-unawa sa mga proseso at layunin na ating paralan, mas mapapalakas natin ang pundasyon ng tagumpay ng ating mga anak. So, wini-welcome ko po kayong lahat. At kung mayroon po kayong mga katanungan, huwag niyong kalimutan na ilagay sa ating forms, no, dyan sa ating comment section. Mayroon po tayong forms, no, para makita natin at masasagot natin sa susunod na yugto ng ating orientasyon. So, I would like to welcome once again each and everyone to Lyceum Ubalaba, a non-profit organization dedicated to identifying, preserving, and promoting public awareness in science and technology. Bustling to be globally competitive in the field of education, business, computer studies, engineering, education, criminology, arts, and sciences. Lyceum Ubalabang became a part of the development of an educational institution in academic, sports, cultural, and social responsibility, not only to the students, but also to the whole community of Muntinlupa and nearby cities. Today's program is in the way splendid to that of 2003. At present, almost 1 hectare land area with new wing building being built and still with an ongoing construction of facilities to meet the constant growth of our school. During the past years, the Lyceum Balabang has also been enlarged by being the only assessment center accredited by TESDA in the city of Muntinlupa, Parañaque, Las Piñas, Taguig, and Pateros. We envision to become one of the nation's leading educational institutions involved in the pursuit of advancement of knowledge, skills, and values for personal, community, and national development. Our mission is to provide world-class education and training through competent personnel, high-end facilities and equipment, and accredited industry-based programs. We commit to excellent and dynamic service in the performance of our services through dynamic educational programs and modernization of resources for global competitiveness. We enter into sustainable alliance with earnest parents and enthusiastic learners, creating a community of responsible partners in nation building. We equip and empower our human resources through continuous training for personal and professional development, creating a workforce responsive to the demands, changes, and innovation of the modern and fast-paced society. We pursue moral and spiritual leadership in inspiring our students to embrace our core values anchored in the changing truth of the Word of God. This is our organizational structure. We are being headed by no other than the President and CEO, Dr. Danilo V. Ayat, and of course, the members of the Board of Trustees, our Vice President for Education, Mrs. Norma M. Ayat, our Vice President for Planning and Development, Engineer Fitzgerald M. Ayat, our Vice President for Finance, Ms. Hazel Grace M. Ayat, and of course, our Vice President for Administration, Ms. Faith Ayat Aquino. Our administrative officers in the High School Division of Lyceum Balabang Basic Education Department, yours truly, Engineer Rodrigo Calapan, your principal. Of course, our Vice Principal for Grade 11, Ms. Sherelle E. Gonzalez. Our Vice Principal for Grade 12, Ms. Virginia P. Santos. And our Vice Principal for Junior High School, Ms. Eileen Caballero. Our strand heads, Ms. Larissa Concepcion for ABM, Mr. Ruben Aliluya for GAS, Ms. Francisca Ordijon for Humes, and Mr. Joshua Carino for STEM. Of course, for Home Economics Department, we have Mr. Isagani M. Magodong, Mr. Ruben Aliluya for IA Strand, and Ms. Rosalyn Escudero for the ICT Department. Our area coordinators, Ms. Francie Ann Rivera for Science. Our cluster head in English, Ms. Eileen Pariente. Our cluster head in Mathematics, Ms. Anjanette Lacdan. Our cluster head in Filipino, Ms. Camila May Viñas. Our cluster head in Social Science, Mr. Eric Mendoza. Our cluster head in Research, Mr. Neil Celestino Ochoa. Our cluster head in Physical Education, Mr. Adrian Atar. And our cluster head in Alternative Delivery Mode and a co-advisor of the Supreme Student Government, Ms. Marby Salmingo. Our area coordinators and support services head, Ms. Stephanie Adolfo from Tourism Department, Ms. Lovely Rivanio from the Spirakel de Lyceum School Publication, Mr. J. Angelo Martinez, our coordinator in sports and cultural, Mrs. Josette Pigon, our head for the Basic Ed Registrar, Mr. Mark Frederick Magallanes, our guidance counselor, Mrs. Miguela Arcega, our director for the OSA Basic Education Department, Mrs. Rosemary Kobe, our admissions officer, and Mr. Marlo Apigo, our IT head. We at Lyceum of Alabang commit ourselves to exceed the expectation of our stakeholders through continual improvement for effective and efficient provisions of quality education and training. We will ensure that all our academic and non-academic processes and activities are aligned with your voice. Our six-fold objectives is to mold students' 21st century competences through outcomes-based education with the integration of advanced science and technology concepts, quality, accessible, and liberating basic education, comprehensive technical and vocational training, and tertiary education that is exceptionally relevant in strengthening the knowledge and skills of the students, provide students pertinent learning opportunities in the acquisition of knowledge and values in senior high school that will distinctly significant to help them become enlightened, critical, creative, and productive members of the society. Provide instructional programs designed to motivate students to continuously strive for academic excellence performance. Enhance the knowledge and skills of the students in various aspects of learning cognitive, psychomotor, and affective through worthwhile curricular and extracurricular activities. We recognize and develop the different aptitudes and interests of the students to equip them with skills for research and other productive endeavors, and provide the students with the opportunity to participate in community activities to preserve the environment, maintain peace and order, and promote sustainable development. We offer accountancy, business, and management strand, a strand that is designed as an introductory course in accounting, business, and management, where students are trained to think logically and scientifically and are acquainted with the rudiments of accounting, business, and management concept. We offer also general academic strand, a strand that takes on the generalist approach in preparing students for college. It covers various disciplines like humanities, social science, organization, and management. Hume strand. This strand is designed for students who have an interest in various social sciences, humanities, and communication subjects. It provides a strong foundation in these areas and prepares students for further studies in college, particularly in the field related to social sciences, education, communication, and the humanities. We offer also STEM strand, a strand that is designed for students who desire to pursue college degrees centered on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Under the technical, vocational, and livelihood track, we have industrial arts strand with specialization in automotive servicing NC1 and 2, electrical installation and maintenance NC2, electronic products assembly and servicing NC2, shielded metal arc welding NC1 and NC2. This strand helps students develop their technical skills, which is useful for industry jobs including automotive services, electronics, electrical installation, welding, and many more. We offer also information and communication technology strand, a strand that is best for students who wants to take computer science and its related degrees in college. In fact, this is perfect for tech-savvy students who are fond of using technological tools to cater their skills. Under the ICT strand, we have specialization in animation NC2, computer system servicing NC2, computer programming or .NET NC3, Java NC3, computer programming Oracle database NC3, contact center services NC2, illustration NC2, and technical drafting NC2. We do offer also home economic strand. A strand focuses on livelihood projects such as caregiving, cookery, bartending, baking, handicraft making, tourism, and housekeeping. This strand will greatly help students find jobs immediately. These are the specialization under the home economic strand. Bread and pastry production NC2, caregiving NC2, commercial cooking NC3, cookery NC2, events management NC3, food and beverage services NC2, front office NC2, housekeeping NC2, tour guiding services NC2, and tourism promotion services NC2. We do have also travel services NC2. So at this point of time, let me discuss the calendar of activities. These are the scheduled activities for school year 2023-2024. Last August 29, 30, and 31, we do have a student orientation at the DVA Gymnasium. By September, we have a scheduled TVL strand orientation, parent online orientation, and we do have to have our regular classes in all levels in the basic education starting September 4. 5 to 7 diagnostic test, 8, psychological support activities. September 28 to 29 will be our first mastery test. Aside from this line of activities, we have a kick-off also for career guidance orientation, SIMACOM activity, GPTA meetings and orientation, as well as SSG election of officers. By October 5 is set for World Teachers Day. 1920 is our first quarterly exam, followed by October 23 to 28, which is our foundation week, and at the same time, remediation for those who will fail on the first quarterly exam. October 31 is the start of the academic quarter 2. November 1 and 2, we don't have any classes due to a special non-working holiday. Or this date is dedicated for All Souls and All Saints Day. However, for parents, take note, November 11 is a scheduled parent-teacher conference with the advisor of your students, of your sons and daughters. First quarter viewing of cards, I am inviting each and everyone, each parents, to monitor the quarterly performance achievements of your students. November 30, no classes again, since that is a regular holiday dedicated for the late Andres Bonifacio. December 6 and 7 is second mastery test. 8, there will be no classes as this is dedicated for the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. December 18 is the start of the Christmas break. And of course, January 3, will be the resumption of classes. 22 to 23 in January will be the second quarter exam. January 23 is the end of the academic quarter 2. 24 to 26 is mid-year break, and 29 to 30 is an NSET and a lax session or remediation week for those who fail in the second quarterly exam. The start of the academic quarter 3 is on January 31. February 10, Chinese New Year and special non-working holiday. So there will be no classes. And again, parents, by February 17, we have again a parent-teacher conference with your advisors. That is again a card viewing which is intended for you to monitor the performance of your child. And at the same time, that is a media recognition, classroom recognition. 25 is no classes, as this is a special non-working holiday to celebrate the EDSA People Power Revolution anniversary. March 7 to 8 is third mastery test. March 28, no classes, as this is a regular holiday, same as in March 29. So in March also, there will be a scheduled national achievement test for grade 12. And April 3 and 4 is our third quarterly exam. April 4 is the end of quarter 3 and start of academic quarter 4 is April 5. Again, April 20, parents, there will be another round of parent-teacher conference, card viewing for the third quarterly performance of your child. May 1 is Labor Day, no classes again. May 2 to 3 is fourth mastery test. May 23 to 24 is fourth quarterly exam or the final examination for grade 12, and 27 to 31 the following week is a deliberation of grades for graduating students. 30 to 31 is the fourth final exam for grade 11. June 3 to 8 is another round of remediation for those who will fail in the fourth final exam. Okay? So again, during the remediation week, okay, so we have to see to it that everyone who have delicate grades in their fourth quarter must undergo a remediation class which is scheduled June 3 to 8. At the same time, that is the deliberation week and a preparation for the end of school year rites, and at the same time, a graduation practice. June 10 is the end of academic quarter 4. At the same time, that is scheduled for ABM 12 graduation in the morning, UMS and GAS 12 graduation in the afternoon. June 11 is scheduled TBL 12 graduation, STEM 12 graduation in the afternoon. And June 13 is a recognition for STEM 11, ABM, and GAS 11 in the afternoon. June 14 is recognition for grade 11 and TBL recognition in the afternoon. 17 to 21 is scheduled for submission of the second semester deliverables. Next is the mode of learning. Ano ba talaga ang mode of learning natin? Ha? So, ang strategiya natin for this school year, blended pa rin katulad dati. So, magkakaroon ng face-to-face, 3 days face-to-face, 3 to 4 days face-to-face ang bata. And then, 1 or 2 days na online. So, ito ay ginagawa natin para hindi lamang dahil preferred mostly ito ng mga bata, kundi ito rin, ang sa tingin natin ay mas angkop na strategiya dahil kung napapansin niyo yung mga mom and sir, kung may inclement weather conditions, nagkakaroon po tayo ng suspension of classes. So with this blended learning strategy, we could just easily shift from face-to-face to modular or online strategy. Kaya kung mag-declare na walang pasok para hindi mapektuhan po yung klase at tuloy-tuloy, makapag-shift po tayo into online or synchronous modalities. So, with this blended learning, medyo matagal-tagal na tayo dito. Since 2014, ginawa na natin to. Pinag-practice na natin to. And we find it very effective sa ating estudyante. Para maging resilient sila pagdating, maging handa sila pagdating sa anumang mangyari. Para makapag-shift tayo agad-agad sa kung anumang mga hadlang para makapag face-to-face classes. So ito yung strategiya na pwedeng gamitin ng ating mga teacher during online classes lamang. Call, text, chat to learn, read and practice to learn, meet to learn, watch to learn, assist to learn, master and apply to learn. So depende na po sa ating mga teachers kung anong strategiya ang gagamitin nila kung tayo ay mag-online. So parents, ito po yung ating sample class schedule for grade 11. So mag-umpisa po ang klase nila ng 6:30 ng umaga at magtapos ito ng alauna, alauna ng hapon. Pero may PE pa, ang PE schedule minsan 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or 3 to 4. Depende po yun sa availability ng ating teacher. Isang beses lang naman po yun sa isang linggo yung ating PE. Tapos ang ating grade 12 naman ay mag-umpisa, kalimitan sa kanila, mag-umpisa yung start ng kanilang klase ng alauna at ito naman ay matatapos ng alas 7 ng gabi. So yun po. Pero may mga grade 12 tayo na ilang section lang naman yun, isa or dalawang section ata na pang umaga. Ganon din sa grade 11 natin, may grade 11 tayo na panghapon yung schedule. Pero iilan lang po yon, hindi po lahat, no? Tingnan na lang po yung schedule natin na ipopost, no, doon sa ating FB groups para mag-guide po tayo. So, ito po yung blended learning schedule po natin, no? Sa academic track, STEM, sa lahat ng STEM, no? At sa first 8 ng HUMS, first 8 sections ng HUMS at ABM, sa lahat ng ABM, ang face-to-face classes nila ay Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tapos every Thursday online, every Friday asynchronous po sila. So, ganun po yung schedule. Pero sa GAS, IA Kings, no? Ito IA Industrial Arts, Humes na grade 11, section Enoch, Mark, section Deuteronomy. Itong tatlo, no? GAS, IA Kings at tatlong section ng Humes, Enoch, Mark, and Deuteronomy, ang face-to-face nila ay Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Asynchronous ay every Wednesday. Sa TVL track, ICTHE, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yun po yung kanilang face-to-face. At every Tuesday po ay online, every Monday ay asynchronous. Ibig sabihin sa Monday, kung sino yung pupunta dito sa atin sa Monday, STEM, ABM, HUMS, no? At GAS. Yan. Yung ICT at HE sa Monday, sila po ay online. Monday, Tuesday. Asynchronous at synchronous. So, ang HE at ICT natin, Monday, Tuesday, hindi po sila kailangan pumunta sa school kasi nasa online po sila. No? Siguraduhin lang po natin na tayo ay nakakasama sa MS Teams. Kung wala, idingdong po natin yung ating mga advisor. Kung wala po tayong MS Teams account, idingdong din naman natin yung IT department. No? Kasi sila po yung forward sa inyo ng inyong MS Teams account. Pero kung talagang hindi rin naman sumagot, no, yung ating MS Teams support, pwede si advisor na lang. Makisuyo na lang tayo sa ating mga advisor na alalayan po kayo para sa inyong MS Teams, no? Para makapag-start na po kayo ng inyong synchronous and asynchronous classes Monday and Thursday para sa TBL track and para sa academic track Thursday and Friday. So, yan. In terms of academic advising and student guidance, the student respected class advisors, strand heads, guidance, and career advocate, and admission officers is the principal advisor for all the academic matters, particularly during the enrollment hanggang sa graduation. Pero kung sakaling mayroon pong mga bagay na hindi po masasagot yung ating mga advisors, ating mga cluster heads, strand heads, ating mga teachers, pwede po kayong pumunta sa ating opisina, no? Or sa ating mga vice principals, no, para magtanong regarding sa dito. Okay, so another thing, advisors and teachers who handled school designated senior high school programs on moral, social, and civic education, particularly in personal development and homeroom guidance program, they are the one, no, oversees the guiding staff in close coordination with our subject and student affairs director, strand heads, and principals. The guidance office of the school has a program for peer counseling for students who have difficulties in some of their subjects might be assisted by peers. No? Normally, the schedule, no, for every subject is 4 hours per week, or that is equivalent to 80 hours for the entire semester. Other requirements differ, like PE, no? PE subject natin, it incurs only 20 hours for the entire semester, which is 1 hour per week, no? In accordance with the DepEd requirement. Sa bawat online classes po natin, no? Sa academic track, which is every Thursday and Friday or Monday and Tuesday sa TVL track, we have to adhere, no? Yung what would be the proper class policy, no? We have to be on time, dapat nag-participate po tayo. And kung mayroon po tayong itanong, we have to raise our hand, no? At the same time, dapat maging participative po tayo doon sa ating virtual class. With regards to our online class attendance policy, students are expected to attend classes, submit class formative assessments regularly, and on time starting with the first scheduled meeting. So a student is considered late per class if he or she submitted formative assessment per day after the agreed deadline and is marked absent if compliance has never been made. For the face-to-face attendance policy, absences are excused for valid reasons like illness, accidents, and calamities. However, excused absences does not relieve the students from doing required tasks assigned during his absence. You have to take note of it. Okay? So, parents, guide din natin yung ating mga estudyante tungkol sa mga excused absences, no? Hindi ibig sabihin na excuse din yung mga task na gagawin niya. So, kailangan pa rin niyang gagawin, no? Yung mga task na yun, yung mga required task. Okay? Students should present an excuse letter for being absent signed by the parents and guardians. And keeping an appointment with the doctor, dentist friend, or meeting sending relatives at the airport are not valid reasons for being absent. Leaving the class more than 15 minutes will be marked as cutting classes. Another thing, 3 times being late is equivalent to 1 day absence. And students will leave school premises with parents' consent and approval from OSA and principal. So say for example, kung mayroong mga parent or may appointment po tayo sa doktor, sa dentist, kaya sinusundo ni parent ko rito. Okay lang po yan as long as may consent po tayo or approval galing sa amin, galing sa ating OSA. Papayagan naman po namin yan, mga ganon. Yun nga lang po, siguraduhin lang natin na parents. Para sa ating mga parents, no, na say for example na pinapasundo nila yung anak nila rito, kailangan magpadala po kayo ng letter na may ID at signature niyo po na basis for us no na yan po talaga kayo po yung nag-request at totoong may appointment po sa ang bata, sa doktor, sa dentist, no? Baka sinusundo lang ng boyfriend yun or girlfriend or yun po ang iiwasan natin, no? Or sino man ang magsusundo. So hindi po pwedeng ganon. So dapat kung may mga excuses po, dapat ang parents mag-provide ng written letter with signature and ID at ito po ay idadaan natin sa OSA, no? Sila po mag-scrutinize ng documents, tatawagan po kayo kung hindi po kayo nakapunta. Kung totoo ba yung letter, pinapadala po ninyo sa inyong mga anak. Next is, of course, a student who is absent from the quarterly examination. Ito naman yung mga absent sa quarterly examination must present to the assistant principal an excuse letter signed by his or her parents and at the same time a medical certificate. Only a student with an excuse certified as valid will be given the chance to take the late quarterly examination. Another thing that you have to take note, if the instructor, your teacher is late for after 5 to 15 minutes, he or she is considered absent. And students, most especially the president or the secretary of the class, you have to report the incident directly to the principal's office at 8569324 for local 152, or you will email us at rodrigo@lyceumualabang.edu.ph. Next is our examination. Now we have 4 major exam. During the first semester, we have first and second quarterly exam. So in every quarterly exam, parents, if you have time, please attend the parents-teacher conference with your advisor for you to know the performance of your child. Mas maganda. Kung hindi po kayo satisfied, pwede naman po kayong makipag-usap sa mismong subject teacher, kung para makita ninyo kung ano po yung nangyari, ano po yung dahilan bakit bumaba or yung kung anong nangyari sa grade. No? Po kayong makipag-usap sa ating mga teachers. Pero isiset po natin no, yung consultation with the teachers. No? Sa ating mga grade 11 teachers, may klase po sila mula 6:30 ng umaga hanggang 1 o'clock. So kung tayo po ay kakausapin niyo po ang ating mga grade 11 teachers, no? Available po sila 1 to 3 p.m. Sa atin namang mga grade 12, no? Kung mayroon pong mga parents na gustong magpa-appointment sa ating mga grade 12 teachers, no? Kung may mga concerns po tayo sa ating mga teachers, pwede po kayong makipag-set ng appointment at pwede niyo po silang makiusap simula alas 10 ng umaga hanggang alauna, no? So 10 to 1 po. 1 to 7, meron po silang klase. With regards to language policy, no, all subjects will be taught in English except for Filipino subjects. Another thing that we have to be mindful of is our plagiarism policy. As respected senior high school institution, espouses the highest level of integrity in academic standards, the school as a policy emphasizes proper attribution or credit to someone else's ideas, thoughts or words, or methods of learning, research or study. Considered as a form of academic fraud, plagiarism is a serious offense. Essentially, it includes failing to give citation of other people's work or simply copying an individual's output without permission. So to avoid plagiarism, we have to paraphrase, we have to cite no, properly the original author. No? We have to cite properly the original author of the statements that we are trying to quote and quote. With regards to inclusion policy, Lyceum Balabang Senior High School is committed to diversity and inclusion. It promotes culture of acceptance of diverse similarities and differences in race, language, gender, age, sexual orientation, religion, disability status, socioeconomic status, culture, and other discriminating facets of life. Another thing that we have to be mindful of is our data privacy policy. The school is committed to protecting the privacy and confidentiality of the personal information of its students, teachers, staff, and administrators. Okay? So just an example, no? If you have some concerns or maybe there will be some incidents, no? Or whatever that happens, no? In the class or within the school campus, no? As a matter of policy, no? In conformance with the data privacy policy, hindi po tayo pwedeng mag-picture-picture, mag-video-video na walang consent sa data subject. Tandaan po natin ha, hindi tayo basta-basta na lang na nagpo-post ng mga pictures, nag-grab ng mga pictures or mga videos ng walang consent sa data subject. So kung sino yung, say for example, mga cards, nakakita ka ng cards, no? Sa yung classmate. Pagkatapos bigla mong pinicturan at pinost sa Facebook, no? Ayan. So, ang sinabi mo lang naman doon, kung sino po ang nakakilala ni ganito, nakita ko po yung card. Pagkatapos, kaso lang, nakita doon sa card, nandoon yung kanyang mga grades at medyo hindi po kalakihan ang grades. At dahil sa pag-post mo, nabubuli siya. Pero good intention naman yung pag-post mo. Gusto mo lang sanang maibalik doon sa tao. Pero yun na nga, again, ang mas magandang gagawin mo noon sana, sinurrender na lang natin doon sa mga proper authority, maybe sa OSA, okay, para sa lost and found, or sa office na lang ng principal. Huwag mo na lang sanang pinost na sa FB or sa Facebook. Okay? So yun. Again, kung sa tingin mo may mga concern ka, you have to make it sure that you are going to look for the proper authority na kung saan pwede mong erase yung concern. Okay? Tandaan po natin, ang lahat ng mga concerns, lahat ng mga feedback, no, para sa ikabubuti ng aming serbisyo, hindi po pwedeng i-post sa social media, no? Sabihin niyo, pwede niyo sabihin directly sa amin as administrators para ma-improve naman yung namin yung aming serbisyo. Next is, of course, our school trust. Every student, teacher, staff, and administrators bear personal responsibility for complying with this policy in the fulfillment of our respective responsibilities. In summary, the trust of the school is to produce globally competitive students and equipping them with the necessary knowledge, competency, and skills of their respective track and strands, thus preparing and ensuring them a meaningful, interesting, and aligned future. With regards to your enrollment requirements, ladies and gentlemen, parents, I am reminding you 30 days from the opening of classes, that is September 29, as much as possible, no? Ayan, bago mag-September 29, naipasa na natin sa ating mga registrar ang SF9 o report card, SF10, 3 copies of PSA, birth certificate, brown envelopes, plastic envelopes, 1 by 1 ID picture, and 2 by 2 ID picture. So lahat ng mga enrollment requirements na yan, as much as possible, maipasa na po natin sa ating registrar's office bago mag-September 29. Ulitin ko, bago mag-September 29, sana maipasa na natin yung ating mga enrollment requirements, no, sa ating registrar para hindi po tayo magkakaroon ng problema. Baka may mga magkakaroon pa tayo ng problema, no? Okay? Ito yung ating learners, promotion, and retention. So, ang bawat estudyante ay basta makatanggap ng 75, no? Pataas sa lahat ng subjects, siya po ay makapag-proceed to the next semester. Pero yung ating mga estudyante na may bagsak, no? Kahit isa, dalawa, tatlo na subjects, kailangan mo po muna, no, na pumasa siya sa remediation classes bago natin siya i-proceed sa next semester, no? Bago siya i-allow to enroll in the higher level of subjects. However, no, again, kung ang estudyante at the end of the school year or at the end of the semester ay may mga subjects or learning area na hindi na-meet yung expectation, again, kailangan ipasa niya ito during remedial classes. Pero however, nung nagkaroon ng remedial classes at hindi pa rin niya pinasa, the learners will retake the subjects and mark as failed. Na? Mark as failed. Dito sa atin, since tayo ay isang private institution, kung kami po ay nag-schedule, no, tandaan po natin mga ma'am and sir, ang remediation po natin ay libre a week after sa bawat exam. Wala po kayong babayaran. Ngunit, subalit, dapat what? Kung ito po ay si teacher nagkukundak na ng remediation at hindi po nag-a-attend yung ating anak. Ayan, baka magkakaroon tayo ng spatial remediation, na? Minsan may in-class, may special tutoring, or minsan ginagawa po natin every summer. May bayad na po yun, ma'am and sir, no? That is 3,500 per subject. Ngayon, kung dapat ang ano doon, ang usapan doon, kailangan ipasa natin yung subjects, no? Ipasa natin yung tutoring class, no? Para maipasa natin, maipromote natin. Now, kung ikaw ay isang government scholar, kung ikaw ay may bagsak na subjects, mawawala na yung voucher. No? Sayang. So, yun dapat ang iwasan natin. Kasi isa sa ano ng senior high school voucher, even the ESC voucher, dapat wala kang bagsak na subjects. Kaya importante, no, na every PTC, every quarter, parents, dapat inaantabayan po natin, kinakausap natin, kinukumusta natin ang ating mga anak kay advisor, kay subject teachers na para malaman natin kung ano po ba yung kanilang status, no, sa klase. Okay? So, of course, kung mapasa po lahat ng subjects, lahat ng learning areas sa senior high school, that's the time that he or she will be eligible for graduation sa basic education. So, again, with regards to the conduct of remediation, remedial classes and or completion week is offered for free a week after each quarterly examination and even extended 1 week after the end of the semester. However, for students who failed to comply within the given period, the conduct of remediation classes will be conducted every summer with a minimal remediation fee per subject. Yun na nga sinasabi ko. 3,500 unless otherwise, no, magbabago po yung fee na yan. With regards to student loading, as a rule, every student should only carry a regular load prescribed his or her respective senior high school curriculum and sequence of subjects should be followed. Transferees or old subjects, transferees or old students with back subjects will have to coordinate with their advisors and strand heads regarding their back subject schedules. Back subjects are, as a general rule, has a separate fees per subject. So this would be our grading system, no? For senior high school. For the academic track, for all core subjects, written works is 25%, performance task is 50%, quarterly assessment is 25%. This is for core subjects like PE, oral examination, Filipino, etc. For the academic track, no, all applied subjects is written works 25%, performance task is 45%, no? Quarterly assessment is 30%. So applied and strand subjects, no, under the academic track. Work immersion, business enterprise simulation, exhibit and performance is 35, 40, and 25%. For the academic track, both applied, strand, and as well as work immersion, research, exhibit, and performance, our grading system components is written works 20%, performance task is 60%, quarterly assessment is 20%. Moving on with the Academic Excellence Award, no? Sa ating mga anak na makakuha ng 98 to 100 na general average, no? Sila po ay gagawaran ng may pinakamataas na karangalan or with highest honors, na 95 to 97 with high honors, 90 to 94 with honors. Character and Behavioral Performance Award, tayo po ay nagbibigay ng Conduct Award, Outstanding Performance in Specific Discipline, Leadership Award, Work Immersion Award, Research and Innovation Award, Club and Organization Achievement, and Special Recognition. Pero again, ito ay matatanggap mo lamang kung ito ay wala kang record sa OSA, no? You have no record regarding any misconduct, no? Doon sa OSA. So, pero kung may record ka for any, hindi mo ito matatanggap. Itong ating mga Character and Behavioral Performance Award. Uniform, ito pa ay babanggitin ng ating OSA, pero syempre, yung mga estudyanteng hindi pa hindi ka pa nakapagbili ng uniform, you are advised, no, to wear the following, no? White polo or plain white t-shirt with school ID, black pants, black socks, black leather shoes. For female students, white polo shirt or plain white t-shirt with school ID, black pants or below the knee skirt, white socks, or black shoes, no? Wearing civilian attire is allowed for 1 month, no? To give students ample time to buy the school uniform. Pero kung may school uniform na po tayo, mas maganda, no? Bago mag-start ang ating klase, okay, or pagpunta nyo rito, kayo po ay nagsuot na ng ating prescribed school uniform. Ang ating PE ay sinusuot lamang during PE days, no? Tandaan po natin 'yan. Kaya magdala po tayo ng mga extra shirts kung tayo po ay nag-PPE, no? Lalong-lalo na during PE days, no? Again, ano ang pwede nating extra lang? White polo or white t-shirts, no? Ganon din sa babae. It is either white polo shirt or plain white t-shirt. At dapat naka-school ID po tayo palagi. So again, for students, no, we are training them to be both leader and follower. Study hard, work hard for academic excellence and global competitiveness. Develop respect and behavior maturity. So yun lamang po. Maraming salamat and welcome to Lyceum Ubalabang Senior High School, a school that molds the youth towards excellence and global competitiveness. Magandang gabi po sa lahat.